there are many different ways that you can brighten your home, especially in ways and with certain plants that you might not think of. Luckily, we got Emma Terrell, the co-founder and the founder of Urban Botanist, to join us and give us all these ideas that we have. It's always lovely to have you on.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here again.
It's always so good because I feel like this time of year too, as we get into the end of summer, you know, everyone's starting to think about this stuff. But then fall comes along, but we want to keep the brightness and that homey feeling going all season long.
It's true. And while I don't have, you know, your typical plants here today, I wanted to share with our audience some really unique houseplants. One that recently joined my collection that is totally unique. This is a corpse plant. Have you ever heard of this plant before?
I have never heard of that, no, but I like the name.
You're like, I'm waiting for all of the like typical best plants for your room. I mean, these are amazing. And I found this plant at like a super random store on the side of the road, like outside of GTA. But this is actually a record-breaking plant. There are no plants on the planet quite like the corpse plant. Believe it or not, this is one giant single leaf. And it blooms the world's largest flower.
Whoa, okay, the world's largest flower. So that's why we're talking about some unusual ones, because you don't get that with all the ABCs. This is a special breed.
This ain't your Home Depot plant, let me tell you. This is one of the most interesting. It will only flower once every 7 years, and the flower that it produces is absolutely massive, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And it emits heat, actually the same temperature as a human body, because it attracts different pollinators that are really attracted to the scent, to the heat. And the flower, where it gets its name from, is it smells like a rotting corpse.
Is that a good
like you
thing?
maybe don't want this in your living room when it flowers, like unless you're a weirdo like me, which I am totally stoked for that moment to come around.
Yeah.
But it's such a beautiful plant. This is about 5 years old. It only blooms from like April till September, and by bloom I mean this big tree. It looks like a giant tree, but like I said, this is just one gigantic leaf.
And what's the care for something like that once it does bloom or pre-bloom? What? Oh, the shoo away. That sounds like it's a good
Believe it or not,
thing.
they're so easy, and I'm not honestly even just saying that. This is probably my most low maintenance plant. And come September, it actually dies down. I cut it back. I put this huge pot in my basement. It chills, it sleeps for the winter. I bring it back out in the spring, and it does this all over again.
Oh my goodness. And are these just little guys of that are ready to get going? Or
These
how
are
do these
little babies.
Oh.
These are little baby corpse plants. So these are only a year old, so they'll take another, 6 years to get to the rotting corpse smell.
Right.
And I actually have smelled one in real life. There was one at Carleton University that bloomed last year, and I had to go see it. Obviously, I had to go see it. I actually vlogged the whole thing. It's on my YouTube channel, shameless plug. But it does smell like, I kind of thought it smelled like garbage. I know that this is not the average plant that probably people at home are like, I do not want that plant in my house.
Yeah.
There's no chance. But if you're really interested in learning about or having a super unique species in your collection and watching the really, fascinating life cycle of this plant, I think it's a really cool one to add to your collection.
Yeah, definitely. And you're always looking for something a little bit unique, especially this time of year. You don't want something that's different, not usual.
Why?
And there's actually
Why be normal?
And there's an opportunity too for people maybe to pick up one of these plants or something that you're doing special as well.
That's right. Well, that's kind of leads us over to this plant, which is part of my DIY kit collection on the urbanbotanist.ca. Believe it or not, this is a carnivorous plant. Check it out.
I was going to say, do I?
You're like, wait, is it going to eat me?
No, I was like, what's it going to be feeling here?
Please don't let it eat me.
Yes.
But actually, you see, you're touching it right now, and you might notice that the little tendrils are kind of sticky.
Yeah.
See those sticky leaves? And notice how there's some little flies caught in those sticky leaves?
Oh my gosh, well, I've watched too much of The Last of Us where now I'm just scared of certain plants like
No,
this.
you know what, that's fair. Hey, that'll do it to you. That'll do it to you. But the sticky leaves will capture and digest little fruit flies, little fungus gnats. So I feel like that's actually a really good plant to have in your space this time of year when the fruit flies are running rampant in your kitchen. The carnivorous plant literally attracts, captures, and consumes fruit flies. It's so cool.
That is really cool. And you know what? This is why it's good to have like an array of stuff like this. For people looking for more information, for unusual Emma Terrell, Urban Botanist plants, or maybe their way to win something, where would they find you, my friend?
We are actually doing a giveaway for 3 baby corpse plants on the Urban Botanist Instagram channel all week. So if you are feeling dangerous, you're feeling adventurous, you can enter on our Instagram page.
Yay. Well, obviously, look at what you can get by the end of it. Your unusual plant in your home, but make sure to store it outside if you don't like the smell of corpse.
For sure. Yeah.
Emma, we always appreciate your time, the Urban Botanist, for brightening our day as always.